Good morning. Today we're going to be looking at Matthew 10:24 through verse 32. Jesus starts off here saying, "The student is not above the teacher, nor a servant above his master. It is enough for students to be like their teachers and servants like their masters. If the head of the house has been called Beelzebul, how much more the members of his household? So do not be afraid of them, for there is nothing concealed that will not be disclosed, or hidden that will not be made known. What I tell you in the dark, speak in the daylight. What is whispered in your ear, proclaim from the roofs. Do not be afraid of those who kill the body, but cannot kill the soul. Rather be afraid of the one who can destroy both soul and body in hell. Are not 2 sparrows sold for a penny? And yet none of them will fall to the ground outside of your Father's care. And even the very hairs of your head are all numbered. So do not be afraid. You are worth more than many sparrows. Whoever acknowledges me before others, I will also acknowledge before my Father in heaven. But whoever disowns me before others, I will disown before my Father in heaven." So we see some very powerful words there. We see the words of Christ coming to us saying, a student is not greater than his master. Look what happened to Jesus. That will happen to you. If they call Jesus Beelzebul or Satan, or he's possessed by demons, right? They're going to say the same thing about us. Oh, they're in a cult, or they're crazy, what have you, right? So we don't get discouraged by that. As Christ says, we preach the truth. We shout it from the rooftops, metaphorically. What I share to you in the dark, meaning what Christ has revealed to us secretly in the scripture, what he shared to the disciples secretly, or even what we read in scripture, it might be done in secret, in private, but we proclaim that word that we read in public with those we share. And we do not fear those who would persecute us for doing this. That's the previous context of what we read. Don't fear those. That's why he says this. Because, why? Our heavenly reward. Judgment is coming to those who oppose us, but reward is coming to those people who faithfully proclaim and live out the gospel message and the gospel hope. And that's why Christ says there that him and his Father will be ashamed if we are ashamed of him and his word, meaning we deny his word. But he will give us praise before the angels when we embrace his word. And so our hope is not just in heaven. Our hope is in the vindication of living out a Christ-like life, of proclaiming his gospel, of seeing and knowing that anyone who opposes us now will be humbled. And our prayer is that they come to Christ before that day. But we don't proclaim just because we know somebody will, be humbled before us later. But when we're going through trials and tribulations, sometimes it seems to make us despair. Sometimes it seems to make us have too much to bear. But we will be vindicated. So stay strong, believer. Fight the good fight. Endure to the end. We'll see you guys tomorrow.